Welcome to Nuptial Nonsense with Buck and JoJo.
We're just a couple with living the 9 to 5 with financial independent dreams.
Aren't we all? A dream is correct. So today is the day after Halloween. So November 1st, bringing it in with a nice little cloudy afternoon.
We did it.
We did it. And it kind of feels like a Halloween hangover. So Velma will be joining us today. I don't have a voice for Velma because honestly, I didn't really watch that much Scooby-Doo.
You didn't even know her tagline of Jinkies last night.
I'm sorry. I know I felt so dumb. Oh my gosh. So Halloween has changed a lot since we were kids. We're in our 40s now, and we have children who are 3 and soon to be 8, and taking them out to go trick-or-treating is like one of those magical things. And I think as you're an adult, you try to figure out the magic again for your own kids. But it looks so different.
Yeah. You never think about when you're a kid about getting off of work and rushing and running to get all the things.
It's crazy. Like we came home last night after trick-or-treating and doing all of the events, and it was like a bomb went off in our house. Like
Throwing
I was like,
clothes here and there.
yeah, like you're not even thinking, you just don't even care. You're just in this perpetual tornado and rush to get your kids dressed, and you're like, we're having a good time, and you're like freaking out, and you're like, wait, oh yeah, we're supposed to be having a good time. So it's like, did our parents go through this? I feel like they were really calm. Like I feel like I don't handle myself nearly as cool and collected as my mom did.
Yeah. One thing I found funny last night is we don't give our kids a lot of sugar and stuff, and so last night we were just like, here's your buckets, just
Yeah,
dig in.
just dig in. Just dig in. So, okay, so costumes. I think costumes have changed a lot over the years. They're way more expensive. It's actually kind of crazy, and I think that's a big to do. Like, how do you um have a costume that's financial friendly? And I actually feel like I saw a trend this year where a lot of people were coming back and being creative with their costumes and making them.
Yeah, I
I saw a
noticed the
lot of
same
really
thing.
cool things like that.
Yeah, on TikTok and stuff, people were just getting real creative with it this year. I
Yeah,
love that.
I love that too. And I think we're in a world where we like to share a lot more and being creative. And when you are just going to the store and purchasing, maybe that creativity isn't as there. Our sister-in-law shared with us that they actually just went and thrifted their costumes for our nephews, and they looked pristine. I was like, who would have known? And I think that was such a great financial savvy way of treating Halloween this year, where the magic is still there. The kids didn't know the difference. And I think that's something really important, that you're trying to create the experience. It doesn't matter how much you're spending. It's like, what are you doing leading up to that? And sometimes it can feel stressful, but
Their costumes had an old school feel too. The boys always want to be a ninja. You gotta throw a ninja somewhere in
yeah,
there.
yeah, for sure. So, okay, so looking back, we were born in the 80s. You were 81, I was 84. So, what did that look like for you when you were with your brothers? What were the feels for you when you were doing Halloween?
So yeah, I grew up, you know, a little financially challenged when I was so if we got the store bought costumes, you had that old plastic one of the characters with the plastic mask and the string that holds it to your face.
Yeah.
Instant face sweat. You just
Oh, yeah.
and the Darth Vader sound behind the mask.
And you're like, why do I instantly have a headache? Because it
It,
was like,
it's
they're
just
so tight.
tightened to your head. Yeah. So I had two of those actually. I had a Gremlin one and a
Oh,
Spider-Man one.
the gremlin would have been cool. How old were you when the gremlin?
That was probably second grade.
I want to see that picture.
It's out there somewhere. And then,
What's in the earth?
but yeah, but those were peak costumes back then.
For
If you
sure.
got one of those character ones, you were making it.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you're just at home piecing stuff together. And
Yeah, I think as you had stated, I'd shown you a picture of my costume and you said you were part of the rich people. I was
yeah,
like,
you were.
I wasn't. But
You
to
were
you,
actual
I
characters
never
without
thought
the
that.
plastic mask. Like, yeah.
Oh, I just use my face. So I didn't remember wearing a lot of masks. I think my brother did. And but it was always like the melting paint, and we would typically able to
Yeah.
remember you would be able to go to school and you could like wear your costumes back then and like paint your face all crazy, and it would just like melt off, and you had to go home and do another layer of it, which actually made it a little bit better. But you look back at pictures. I have this green picture, or picture of me green as a witch, and it's like melting, and it got all over everything, and I just, as a mama right now, I don't play with that. I sharpied a nose and eyes onto my 3 year old.
I couldn't stand those old grease sticks like that.
The grease sticks
Yeah.
were pretty awful, but now I mean, look at the stuff that's out there. The context of and sharing of the different type of makeups that are out there are insane, and so much props off to those people that do that Halloween makeup that are really giving us ideas. I mean, it's just carved a crazy path for how creativity are, and there's so much crazy cool materials out there to create things, which is
I,
kind of
I
fun.
love the ones that come from like the cosplay background that really get into it with like carving the foam and the cardboard and
Yeah,
macheting everything. Like
yeah,
that's we need to do that.
I think you're right. We've
We
been
need to do
watching a
that
few
for the
people.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little bit more creative. 3-year olds are kind of picky right now. It was a little bit chilly yesterday, and of course, it was nothing but a fight. I was trying to be a good parent. I was trying to put on the black leggings and the black shirt underneath of her little mini outfit because it was, a whopping 45 degrees in the morning, and she wasn't having it. And so I
We're
couldn't take the noise anymore, so I brought
We're
her
in
to
Texas,
school.
by the way. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
the temperatures are dropping. It made for a really lovely Halloween yesterday. We woke up and it was nice and rainy, so we got, it's primo. So, talking about weather, holy cow, when I was growing up, I was in Montana. So you'd be so excited about your costume, and then you go outside, there's probably already snow on the ground, and it's like 25 degrees. Like you couldn't even show your costume. Sometimes it was so cold you couldn't even trick or treat door to door. So,
yeah, and if you're in Texas, we had
yeah.
the opposite end of that spectrum where we most of the time you're just sweating,
Oh yeah.
just running house to house. And
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about. That
I
makeup is just streaming off your face.
I definitely put chafe cream in between my thighs yesterday while we were hiking. Sorry, why
Oh,
we
did you?
I did because it's hot, and I was like wearing my little Velma skirt, and I was like afraid I was gonna get walking chafe.
Oh, well, that's probably necessary
I
to
mean, it
tell
was.
everybody.
I mean, let's be honest. Oh, did you drink it all? So did I.
Nuptial nonsense.
Hmm.
That's what I'm going to do
Anyways,
every time we get
so
interrupted.
yes. So, so yeah, when we were in Montana, we were in a university town, Bozeman, Montana, and they would open up the dorms, and different dorm halls would have a contest about who decorated their hall the best, and then they would decorate their doors. The college kids would dress up. And I mean, I loaded up with candy going to the dorms. It was so cool. And there were so many hallways. You'd be going up the elevator, and the college kids were just so sweet. That was a really cool and unique experience. Like, I've never heard of anybody else doing that. And my mom worked at the university as well, and so she kind of knew that that was a thing, and it was really effective, and it allowed a really nice Halloween.
I had a similar experience. The trailer park was set up in a circle.
Did you have a similar experience?
The trailer park was set up in a circle, and you just walk around to each trailer.
And then did you do it again?
Yeah, then you go back the other way,
Like
and
they
you take part
forgot?
of your mask
Like
off.
everybody had
Yeah,
Alzheimer's?
and you take part of your mask off, so they're like, "Oh, here you go."
There was part of me last night. The girls still wanted to go for the next round, and things were starting to calm down. I was like, I think if we hit up this other house, like they would remember.
Just
And I'm
one
like,
more house.
I don't know. I think it's my moral compass said, don't do it.
I liked I liked the movie on the deck that we did last night. Set up
Oh,
the
yeah.
projector.
So, you can only trick or treat for so long. I think it was the rule of thumb too. Our 3-year old, she was like, switch hands. And she would have to keep switching hands, going back and forth, while we were trick or treating. Because it was getting too full, the bucket was full. So I figure if the bucket is full, it's almost time to be done. So, that was a great way to be like, okay, that's our cutoff zone. And we were able to get home at a decent hour, and we put a projector out on our patio, and we did Hocus Pocus underneath the stars, and did a big
Classic Halloween movie.
did a blow up mattress. The girls just sat there in their beanies and watched them eat candy out of their pumpkins, and it was magical. It actually really was magical. And I was like, wow, we created this. We talked about doing it. And sometimes the follow through with creating an experience can get really, really tricky. And it can be tiring, but man, the after effect of that and creating an experience that we hope that our kids remember was pretty cool. We've had the projector for a while. It's not something that we do very frequently, and we
We
really
should.
we should.
We
It
have the
was
area
yeah, it
for
was
it.
a time to enjoy it. I was like, yeah, this really wasn't that hard to do, and we got to enjoy the weather. It's always so hot in Texas, so doing things during the summer, I feel like we do more outside stuff during the fall and winter season. Less bugs, less heat. You get to bundle up. It's nice.
I think you're gonna have to take the glasses off. The ring light is very distracting on your.
Well then,
Oh. Oh. That wasn't your real hair this whole time?
no, it wasn't. I thought, but now it's November 1st. So
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah, look, you just bloomed into a November butterfly
I
this time.
did. I got my orange. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do some crafting.
Wow.
Anyways, we would love to hear comments about some of the unique experiences that you've provided for your kids and yourself, or some of those really great memories.
Yeah, the memories.
If you want to drop a comment and share those, we'd love for you to subscribe, like our page, and then be checking in. We do an illustrated book on top of this that's for children. It's called Chums. It is at chums.h.u.m.s. We are getting another book that's coming out here in the next couple weeks, dropping it before Black Friday. So we're super excited. That one's Chums Go Camping. So we'll be excited to share that a little bit more. Without any further ado,
We are Buck and JoJo.
we're Buck and JoJo. Love you. Hello.
Oh, you're gonna start out with the Mrs. Doubtfire?